Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game that we're about to finish making. When we last left off, we did this whole wraparound thing at the final dungeon, which is kind of interesting, because we started at the top of this castle and worked around, and now we're back at the main entrance of the castle. Kind of funny that we did all that work when we just could have just gone in the front door from the start, but you know, this is a silly game. It's not supposed to make sense. I have my team situated where we did in fact get Daristrix the dragon at the start of the game, so we have his dragon scales, but at the point where we got separated, I decided to move on without him, because that is a thing you can do. So those of you watching this game and want to play yourself, if you want to try out having Daristrix the whole way through, you have that option. Or, if you wanted, you could challenge yourself and go to the final boss with just Monkey C, skipping both Daristrix and Jenny. Although, I would totally recommend, if you do that, at the very least, get the dragon scales from Daristrix at the start of the game. That way you'll be a little better off dealing with the final boss all by Monkey C's lonesome. Anyway, also totally recommend to grab this item over here. Got a water stick. Very handy, this water stick. Go ahead and equip that. We're not going to... That's not a water stick. This is a water stick. Don't worry about using the water stick as an item. It has a pretty powerful spell attached, but you're better off just attacking physically with it. Once again, the water stick is physically weaker than the ice stick, but because it's water elemental, it's going to cause more damage to whatever is lying ahead. At least physically. For example, these guys. These guys kind of suck. Especially if you're with Monkey C by himself. In fact, there's also another enemy you could encounter here, the Cookin. If you encounter that guy, run away. He will paralyze you and you're dead. Paralysis isn't an instant death sort of thing, but if you're paralyzed, you're not going to win anyway. These guys, on the other hand, you're not going to be able to run from easily, so might as well take them out. They don't have that much health. They can heal, but they don't have that much health. Alright, and right up here is the final boss. Let's make sure we're all healed up. In fact, I shouldn't have used that T just then because I actually want to use it right now, after healing. So, as a reminder, there's two versions of the final boss that we're about to fight. There's the normal version that we're about to fight, and if we had a full team of 3, Monkey C, Jenny, and Daristrix, we would be fighting a stronger version of the final boss, to make up for the fact that we have an extra party member. But there is no weak version of the final boss if we're fighting him with one person, so that is certainly a challenge. I like fire. I want to share fire. I want a world of ash. I will turn you into ash. And here we go with the final battle against Thazamon. So, if you're fighting this guy all by yourself, probably the first thing you would want to do is maybe cheer to increase your attack or use dance to confuse him. We'll go ahead and use dance, as well as making him fall asleep. That's also useful. Now, this guy has been balanced under the assumption that the player did not go into that secret passage to get the water stick. I forgot to mention why you're supposed to know that's there, is because that's like the one spot along the wall that does not have a sword. Alright, we did not actually be able to do anything to make him fall asleep and stuff, so let's go on the offensive and defensive. This guy's pretty tough, but he does have a limited amount of MP. So, ideally, if you're soloing this guy with Monkey C, you'd outlast him so that he runs out of MP and therefore unable to really do much. Also, that spell he used earlier was an instant death spell. That is a spell that is very scary, and that is a spell that you would want to use the status resistance buffs on Monkey at the start of the game. Not to mention, he's got his own buff, so occasionally you will want to put a stop to that with Knock It Off. I don't think that's really important right now, though. His attack is only buffed one time, and that is not too much a concern for me. Oh, there goes one of our ice sticks. Get another cheer in for funsies. Now that we have the water stick, I can go ahead and risk breaking the other ice stick. Oh, that was fast. Uh-oh, uh-oh. So, fighting this guy with 2 party members, even then, the instant death spell would be kinda scary. If it actually succeeds in killing one of us, just go ahead and use the hit point to revive the character. Odds are the character will get knocked right back down, but eventually you'll look out and Thazamon will wind up using something that will not instantly kill them again. Odds are, it's bound to happen. Like an instant, like this poison spell, poison will not kill your character. It just makes them have less HP. If you're at 1 HP, it doesn't do anything. Nope, and there's the end of the fight. And we get experience from the final boss. Oh, right, poison. I wouldn't worry about curing poison during the final boss. It doesn't cause that much damage, and as long as you keep yourself healed, it's not really a concern. Didn't even find a use for this cooked meat. Just for funsies, I'll get into a fight with one of these. This is why you gain experience from the boss fight, because maybe you need the extra little bit of experience, just in case you wind up getting... yeah, just in case that happens. So, let's go ahead and take care of these swords. The swords are completely immune to magic, so just use regular attacks. They only attack you 1 time at a turn, so odds are these guys will not kill you. Just make sure your health is kept up, especially if you're soloing as Monkey C. I don't even know why I'm having Jenny try to attack him. Here, let's see if we can make him fall asleep. Oh wait, you can't make him fall asleep. They're completely immune to status effects as well. Alright, we can't go back in there because the place is exploding. We also can't go back under the castle to retrieve Daristrix because the castle is exploding. So let's go ahead and ride on out of here. And ending time. Bye, Daristrix. Sorry we didn't rescue you earlier. Don't worry, he's fine. Well, I guess it's time to go back to being a lava fall. Nah, I think instead I'll go find some gold to hoard. Preferably some lava-proof gold. I'm a little bummed that the thing that the chat suggested Darastrix would go do instead was something as generic as finding gold. Come here and kiss me, you monkey man, you. Ookie. Using the title screen feature in RPG Maker 1 for this. Screech! No, come back! Wait. Why am I a monkey now? Congratulations! Your adventure in the land of Steve has come to an end. For now. And then I decided to do some ASCII text for the fun of it. Magma Opus. So, as a reminder, throughout this series, I've had various people suggest ideas for the game regarding, like, dialogue possibilities, as well as deciding what monsters would appear in the game. These are all those people. Epic characters being listed, of course, because he suggested, well, not suggested, he brought up the idea of a custom battle, so I figure, you know what, sure, I might as well have one of those. And at last, we get to the credits. And this time, I'm going to allow the full credits to play so that we can see all the snapshots that appear in the game. We're done! Magma Opus is done! As a reminder, if you are interested in playing the game, those of you watching this at YouTube, I will post a link in the description. And those of you watching this at Twitch, I will post a link in the chat right now. And again, if you don't see a link in the chat right now, it's because I haven't posted it yet. Oh boy, this has certainly been quite a thing. It's not a very long game, despite how long it took to make it, but of course, I was only working on it for the most part during streams, so that kind of limited how long or how often I could work on it, and also a lot of taking the time to explain how things worked, which slows me down. If I were working on this on my free time, I would have been able to make this a whole lot faster. As said, it certainly took a lot of my free time away because I still had to make a little few tweaks in between streams here and there, and also making a game on camera, it takes a whole lot more planning ahead than just playing a game on camera, because I have to know what I'm going to do during each stream and know how to explain each little feature and every function that I'm going to use. This has been exhausting. That said, what do you guys think? Those of you who have seen this make through, I'm kind of interested in finding out if you enjoyed watching the creation process. Especially those of you at YouTube, because the uploads at YouTube are slower than what I'm doing here at Twitch. Because while I put this together at Twitch during a month and a half, over at YouTube, people have been watching me make this game for 4 months straight. So I'm especially interested in you guys at YouTube, but mostly anybody. Basically, what I'm getting at is, would you guys be interested in watching me make another game, except this time on RPG Maker 2? Because RPG Maker 2 is one of the only 3D RPG makers that exists, and the editor is something else. and I figure it would certainly be interesting to show off what making a game with this is like. Now that said, even if nobody's interested in seeing me make a game with RPG Maker 2, I'll still play some games made with RPG Maker 2. But hey, if enough people are interested, sure, I'll go ahead and make a game with RPG Maker 2. It won't be anytime soon, because like I said, this has been exhausting, but if enough people are interested, I'll do it. Anyway, now you all know what it's like to make a game with RPG Maker 1 at least. RPG Maker 1 is certainly a very limited tool, but if you're willing to work with its limitations and you know the tool well, you can come up with some pretty creative stuff like that custom battle that I created. If I were using a PC RPG Maker, I probably wouldn't have created anything like that. It's the limitations that inspired me to make a battle that involved dodging sparks that are roaming around. Not to mention, this is not the only game I've created with RPG Maker 1. I was able to make a collectathon inspired by Banjo-Kazooie with RPG Maker 1. And there's also my favorite RPG Maker 1 game called The Spiteful Dead. It's a survival horror RPG. It's a pretty dang good game too. I'll definitely have to work on that at some point. Well, not work on it, but I'll definitely have to replay it for you all, because it is a game that deserves to be seen. I mean, I played it once before, but the original playthrough sucks. I can do better. Anyway, this is pretty much the end of this. Oh, wait, no, we're not done. We're not done with this. Because there's one feature in RPG Maker 1 that I haven't shown off, and it's a feature that nobody ever uses. So I'm going to go ahead and show that off after the episode break. We're going to be heading into Anime Maker and showing off the demo feature. Oh, and Maddie's heading off regardless to do his own stream. Alright, Maddie, have fun with Pokemon Monday. I'll try to remember to send you a raid.